and welcome to the full walk around. We're actually going to do this on the DJI Pocket. I normally do this on my phone, but I thought I'd change things around. Please let me know what you think for future walk and talks. But here we are at Japan Expo. Let's take a look. We're starting off at Crunchyroll store. A lot of anime figurines. Of course, you saw yesterday's video. You would see, I feel we're going to have a wander around this side. This con is so big that it probably would take you a good couple of hours just to look around every single thing that is here. So we do have a vlog also coming, and we had a video over at Side Games. Really lovely people. Because that's the Guts thing I saw yesterday. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. That's really cool. Oh, this is a nice big display of Gunpla. Of course, they do have the official Gunpla. So a lot of the video game stages have stages. Shockingly, not the Genshin Impact or the Honkai Star Rail. Considering a few years ago, they had this like really popular stage. You'd think they would want to do it, but Side Gaming, they have one and they seem very popular. People getting in to Pretty Derby. That's really awesome to see. So a lot of sword. Okay, guys, this is more of a for your information here over in the UK. I'm not sure how the rules are changing in France. I do understand they are getting a lot stricter on fake swords, and even if you're caught with a fake sword, I think it's more a samurai sword from my understanding, you could get into a lot of trouble. They will consider it like having a real sword. So please do, I do understand a lot of you do like your Demon Slayer cosplay, just make sure you read up on all the lore on that. Oh wow, I found that link. I won that link in Japan, in Denden Town. I was only in Denden Town like for one night, but I managed to win that giant link. It was one of those ones that I got lucky. I think someone had played it, and some woman sort of came around thinking that I was the person who'd been playing it, so she just made it even easier. I think I like won it within like 1,000 yen, which was ridiculous how big that figure is. Got Hero Academia stuff. Got a nice selection of anime figurines here. Shockingly, there's a few stores selling Pokemon cards, but nowhere near as much as in the UK. Oh wow, I've even seen like Anne of Green Gables. I think that's the original, not the one that's currently airing socks. I still need to keep up on that. I need to watch that. I really want to see the Anne of Green Gables anime. I think it's on Netflix. I've seen a bit of like the 70s, the one Miyazaki worked on, and when I say Miyazaki worked on, he's like assistant storyboard editor -1 brother. It was like one of his super early animes. It's like he wasn't in any like the major roles, but as he was like on main staff, people always, wow. They have a lot of cards here. I was just saying I haven't really seen any Pokemon cards. Of course, these are the French printing, and my understanding is, as you can't import them from anywhere else, they are a lot harder to get, because the English cards are printed a lot more, because of course they're used in America and countries like Holland. Usually, like when I went to Holland, they actually, Pokemon cards are all in English. So it's kind of handy. Last time I was in Holland, they had loads of packs that over in England they had long sold out of. So I was just like scooping them all up, going, yeah, this is great. Like, this is way cheaper than it would like cost me. See some more swords. So it's weird. I swear Tokyo Toys used to come here. It feels like a place they would come to. I did actually speak to another store holder about here, and I'm guessing it must be some Brexit stuff. And they even said like, no, they really want us to come. And they were like even offering them a really good deal to come over. But she said, I think she looked it up and she was just like, it just wasn't worth it in the end, which is a shame, because she was like, oh Tim, tell me what, because you know that I've been. So I was like, tell me what Japan Expo's like. So you may recognise this corner over here from last time, because this is where we spent like 80% of the con last time, over here in the hololive area, which alas is not here. I'm guessing it was just too much BB tax for them to come back. No, it's a real shame, because for a long time we were thinking, oh, it's going to be one of them things that they're going to go to Anime Expo. And I think they got like a collaboration at Anime. Oh, okay, thank you. They got like a collaboration at Anime Expo. And you just love the back of this door. They're like just gone, they're like, hey guys, the part of the store that nobody's really going to see, yes, really go to town on it. As I was saying, anime, we just kind of a lot of European fans, like, oh, it's all in the same weekend of Anime Expo. Like, of course, they're going to have to use, like, you seem like a lot of resources to run the stall as they were doing live streams. And in a way, I think it would have been okay. They said, look, we're doing a stall, but we're not doing, like, maybe we're doing, like, one live stream to, like, the big stage. And I would have been fine with that, but it's just, they just not come. They're not really coming any. I think you can, what's it called? You can play the card game. They got promos for the card game, but I'm already a bit like, I am pretty in deep with the Pokemon card game. I don't want to get into another card game. But I think it's a problem with a lot of us card games. Yeah, they'll make a nice fancy new card game. Oh wait, I say, oh, no hololive. I just seen a sign saying hololive coming soon. Oh, I think these are figures that are coming soon. We got 3D. I was at a car boot the other day, and this is the big one, not my normal one. And there were so many 3D printed stalls. This is cool to see. I'm guessing this is another. It's cool. They got hololive ones. They even got Sonic and Shadow. Hero Academia. That's really cool. We even got Miku stuff. I think some of these are old event stuff. Oh. So yeah, this year at Japan Expo, I've been nowhere near that lucky on the autographs. Like, what's happening is, even the first come first serve, they will not open them right at the start of the day, and you just have to be on your app as it opens, and they don't like go, oh, this will be opening at this time. They just really randomly. So I managed to get into like one of the bigger signings yesterday, because I literally went on the app the second it went live, and I think within like a minute after me getting the ticket, all the tickets were gone, and I was like, damn, like if I had not got on that ticket, I would have not got the ticket. So that was really cool. There was someone Rebecca wanted to meet. She really likes Shonen Jump stuff, and it was like one of the new Shonen Jump mangas authors was here, and here is the hololive card game that they are promoting. But I am like, these are pretty cards, but do I want another card game that I'm collecting? I really don't know. And trust me, in Japan you could not get the hololive card game for love or money, which does make sense, because hololive fans would just like buy the heck out of a card game. It's interesting that they actually ended up getting their own card game, because they did. So there's like this K-pop area, and no joke, they had a Squid. The fact I can't hear it, they may have turned it off. They have a Squid Games area, and on Leap it's playing the the soldiers, the pink soldiers theme. and you could hear it like for a mile around the convention. I was like, I feel sorry for all the staff who just have to keep hearing the he. Even though I do love that song, that would get really annoying all day. So the fact I cannot hear it makes me think they've turned it down at the very least. But it's like a really cute area where you can play Squid Games. It's the one where they're all I'm about to say the three-legged, they're all tied together and they got to complete each thing. Some really nice stuff there. Oh. So here is the K-Comics. So many exhibition 33. There was actually an exhibition 33 yesterday. A load of the guests. It's actually, I believe, that some of the French, or some of the people, the French voice actor, or the original actors, I guess, because I think the game was originally produced in French. The English one is actually dubbed, and I think they also did some of the body capture as well. So they got them all here today. But how rubbish luck I've had with the lottery. Also, we have the solo leveling, staff here as well. Like of there's a Korean name for manga that is always go by. Oh, can I actually go in here? Cool, there's like a little area you can go in. Nice to see that they're expanding the convention. I mean, they've always had like little career areas. Here we are, the Squid Games, but they let you like dress up and everything. Oh, they do still have the hee-hee. But you could just hear this. And I was like, oh my God, I imagine if you were working here, just hearing the Pink Soldier theme over and over again. Then they got an idol area, which I think you can pay to meet certain idols. I actually managed to win one of the free tickets. Over here, the more traditional. It's weird because years ago, this is the only way you could do sign-ins, is come over here and scan your ticket. And now they do it all by the phone, which is a lot easier. They still have a little area here, but they have like about 10 computers set up, but they'd always set it up that only certain ones were set up for certain people. And what always happened is someone really, really popular would get set up on one, and you'd want a way less more so you're just standing there in line, just going, I'm in line because everybody wants like another autograph. Oh, I remember the year, I mean, they just decided, oh, we're just going to stick everything popular on one computer, and it took us an hour, and this is like us getting here to the door to get, that was it, the Pokemon ticket, to Pokemon, to see Pokemon I Choose You. Oh, that's the French Amazing Digital Circus panel in there. That's the French cast. And from my understanding, I think he actually started off with the fan dub, and they actually all got hired to do the official French dub, which is really awesome. It's really awesome to see. So it's funny because I think quite a lot of the English, what you actually did, the originals, actually live in England. So I noticed more and more, a lot, especially MegaCon, it started to be like, hey, you can meet the guy who you know, did Jax's voice, yay! And I've noticed a certain other con has finally figured this out, and they're like, oh yeah, voice actor very easy to get over. So the Crunchyroll area just looks really, really busy. my days, is that like an Ice Shield 21? I haven't seen that show for years. They got like the Ice Shield 21 jacket. That's awesome. Oh, I think it's just a prop. I don't think it's for sale. I think that's like the... That's cool. I never even knew they like made one. I mean, I remember making my own one when I cosplayed with Ice Shield 21. I think it's like, yeah, this is like the area. They got a lot of lotteries here. But see, the thing now is, in the UK, I'm really mad. I remember one year, Toei were here, and they had a one-piece lottery for €5 ago. And this is like when €5 was more like £3.90. And I'm like, you turned down playing away. Because that was the thing, I was playing it and I'd done well. I mean, I got like the D prize. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop. And I'm just sitting there, you could have just kept playing. I like won all the figurines and stuff. But the D prize was like a pillow, a really nice pillow. And I remember actually being a really nice lottery. It was a shame it was only the one-piece lottery they were doing. I think it was Dressrosa, it was the Dressrosa. So here we are walking down the main area. We've got stuff like Manga Story, huge manga shop which you can find in Paris. We got a lot of the French publications. So here there was a lot more publications.
Regarde, mais c'est vrai qu'il y en a certains.
I'd say previously in the past we've had like Toei always be down here, but they're not here. Normally they're promoting, if it's something major of One Piece, that's what they're promoting. So we've got a lot of manga. I like it here in France. It's more like they keep exactly as the Japanese with the movable sleeve. So you get the second sleeve underneath. I always remember that. I was in Japan once and I found a Sherlock manga and I bought it as a joke. But then I remembered Elizabeth, you may remember Elizabeth, our Birmingham reporter. She really, really liked Sherlock. And I was like, oh, I should give this to someone who would really enjoy it. And I hadn't even, like, I haven't still watched Sherlock. And I had no idea. I was like, was this an original story or anything? And I gave it to her. She like went through it. And she went, oh, this is really nice, but just to let you know, this is just literally an adaptation of the first episode. And I was like, oh no, but she said, oh no, it's really cool, and like the fallout of what counts. And I was like, it was only like a couple of pounds. And then she like opened up the sleeve and there was just this really fan servicey picture of Sherlock sleeping on Watson. And she went, oh, there it is, there is like the exclusive fan service. She's like, there, it was worth it just for like this one, like they have to hide it, but it's there. Here at the Bandai. My understanding is at the moment they don't have a cross store here, which I'm really shocked considering how well, especially I'm hearing the Birmingham one is doing really well, which is really amazing. And that's the fact we're still getting views on the video, so it definitely shows that there are people interested and checking it out. Yeah, I should really pop down back to the Birmingham one. I know I was in Birmingham recently, but I'm kind of shocked they've not made one in France yet. You'd actually think they'd do one in France before they would do one in England, like we'd get it after the French. The fact that we got two already, and I really do think they are thinking about making more. Because I mean, it makes sense in places like Manchester. Where else? Liverpool. That will be those sort of places you could see it doing really well. I like they got a gashapon within a gashapon, but here it's funny they don't use tokens, so you could actually just use euros. They don't have anywhere near as much as they do in the UK ones, but I'm guessing the fact that they have the cost. Oh my days, I've got a Coca-Cola one. You know anything about me, I love Coca-Cola. Oh, and they've got a Sprite one as well, that's so cool. I had a Sprite this morning with my breakfast. because I had so many Cokes. That is so cute, the Coca-Cola one. Got Love Life Gintama. Got Powerpuff Girls ones, Minecraft. I don't have the chicken jockey, they're missing a trick. I did consider bringing the chicken jockey here, but I just wasn't sure if France knew who the chicken jockey is. I know they definitely like Minecraft, but you've got Hello Kitty tape. And this is one of the, we've got the Gundam area. Shocking how much more busy this is today than it was yesterday, including the new they got a cage for the free Gundam building, which we do have in the UK. If I checked, it's the same model they always have in the UK. So I was just like, but we do have a nice Gundam. It's nice they do have the see-through ones. I may come back later. Do I want the new ones? And just
Bonnie?
and we've got Panini Comics / Manga, who are starting to release stuff in England. They were at MCM Comic Con. I did have a chat to one of the main people. It's good to see manga become more popular. They even got an All of Us Are Dead manga. Of course, Panini, they do the stickers. You mostly think of them of the guys who do the football sticker albums. They even got One Piece. Which is nice that they have a big store. Hopefully, maybe some of these things will be the things we'll see coming over. Live action One Piece. We've got the second series of that coming out soon. They put the chopper. I don't hate the chopper design. I know a lot of people hate the chopper design for the new One Piece. I don't. I think it's fine. I think it was always going to look weird no matter what in 3D. It's not Sonic bad. It wasn't original Sonic bad. And even tell you now, if it wasn't for the whole them putting that really horrible design out and then them changing it, a lot more people would hate Sonic's design. It's because they were like, okay, here you go, here's something that looks actually more like Sonic. People really like, oh, what is this? That's why everyone's lining up. They got one of the mascots out. We actually did get a bit of the live show on the vlog, which hopefully will be out somewhat soon, hopefully before the convention end. And now we're in sort of the main central area, where there's just so many stores. There's just, oh wow, they've got like a, guessing that's like for Genshin Impact manga. course, we got all the anime. Who yesterday, Anime Expo of all places, was announced they've got Macross coming out, the Frontier, sorry, because they have been doing Macross. We kind of knew that was coming. We definitely knew that was coming. I do understand. No, I don't recognise any of because I do know some of the staff, so I don't know one isn't here, but I was checking if another one was here to say hello to them, but the lassie's not here. But it's nice that they have the vinyls, including JoJo Part 5, which I don't think they have in the UK. I do know rights work differently in different countries, but I would love to have the Part 5 theme, because it has that bit dun 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 dun. Oh, I just realised humming it may cause copyright infringement. Here is the cage that always gets a massive line. This is just the thing, they just never seem to understand it. Every year I'm like, oh, surely next year they'll not make it a cage, they'll make it a big wide open area. And now they're just like, no cage, and they're putting things like you're saying, like that ball, that's going to take ages for everyone to get through. So the one time I went in there, they just said, look, we'll reason with you, we understand you just want all the free stuff. Like, we'll stamp like half your tickets if you just willing to skip them all. And it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I do want the free stuff. It was just kind of a shame. I was like, oh, I actually probably would have liked to experience some of these. Like, they had like a Hero Academia thingy game, the buzzer game, and I was like, actually that would have been fun to experience. But then I just saw how big the line was, and I was like, okay, it's good that you're kind of offering me the chance to skip the line, but it's just one of them things you'd think in hindsight that someone would go, oh yeah, maybe get something that has a lot more of a faster go through rate. We got Kindergarten Wars, which has actually finally come out in English. We finally got volume 1 of that in English, in Kindergarten Wars. We got volume 1, and they're on volume 7. This is how interesting, I'm going to say, that manga in France is a lot more, or in Europe at least. We got the solo leveling. As someone who's not seen a lot of solo leveling, it's cool, isn't it? They actually do have a whole solo leveling store. I'm going to run over this area and it's just going to go really bright for a couple of moments. The problem with the DJI Pocket is it doesn't have auto exposure, so you have to sort of put your own lenses on. But getting the lenses back off is a whole thing. Oh, they had the Quick area. Quick's Burger is this like really lovely burger joint. It's like Burger King, but better. Okay, think of the burger sauce that's on the Mac Arches. They literally put that in all their burgers, a very similar burger sauce. So actually the Mac Arches actually has to like, oh, it's like being back at Quick's. This is the area that if I go in, I'm gonna get demonetized. But it's cool. They've got little like carnival games and stuff. I would go through this exhibition, but I did check in right around. There's a big sign saying no cameras, no filming, but we can get a little sneaky look from the outside. It's a shame because it looks really cool in there. I'll go in later when I don't have the camera rolling. Yeah, there's a sign over there. But they do, this is like where they have all the nice little exhibitions. I wish MCM, I've seen Anime Limited have a few little ones. I think this is for, what's their name, the elites, what are they called, there's no sign saying no filming here. So I'm also going to get yelled at by someone in French, which seems to be one of your favourite hobbies here, getting yelled at by someone in French, and you're just sitting there going, I don't know what I did. I definitely didn't think the Jin is so he's definitely going to be, and there's like a security guard at the front making sure everybody is like not a child. As long as it's like annoying when you go in there because it'll be like at the start and then they're like, oh, this area, and as we're having to do this is actually one annoying thing about this DJI Pocket over my one little feature I wish they could add. Even though there may be a way to do this, but I don't know, it's not easy to do it, and you probably could potentially lose footage doing this. With my phone, I can pause recording and then go back. So if we do get someone coming up being like, hey, you can't film here, we can just very easily go, okay, cool, pause. It's just that if that happens here, I'm going to have to be like, oh, I'm literally going to have to just put my hand over the camera and walk away and be like, I'm so sorry, like, I'll edit this out later in post. But when we upload this straight to YouTube, it's kind of so this is like the card game area. I mean, there's a live stream. I'm pretty sure I saw this live stream. I was checking through YouTube. There weren't too many Japan Expo videos, so there's something I'm shocked about. Someone has got the same camera as us. I'm pretty sure I saw. This was one of the only things that came up, that there was some live stream. Oh cool, you can meet the French cast of the Amazing Digital Circus. That's really cool. And we just got some like activity areas. I remember they always seem to change what they wanted to say. Wow, they got hot dog. Okay, the second year I came to Japan Expo, I came with my sister. First year we came in a really big group, and one person literally ruined it for everyone. So the second year I decided, right, we're going to go again, but we're going to go in a smaller group. And we kept going to this hot dog store. There used to be loads of, that makes me say, I may come back over here to get a hot dog. That makes me really happy. But the thing in the olden days, the hot dog store, was if you had like a Zen ticket, which I always did, or no, I think it was the gold. That shows you how long ago. The gold ticket. There was a period where they had Zen, and then they had like silver, no, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And no joke, I actually looked it up. It cost me about £85 for a gold ticket, and there were so many more perks. And one of the perks was you could skip any food line. They'd have like VIP lines for every single thing. Right now, really the only thing Zen gets is skipping lines on like panels, which is useful, but we got that back then, by the way. But it was like once upon a time, like for way less money, you got stuff like, if it was a lottery, you could just keep playing the lottery, and it wasn't like, oh, you get an extra go. You got like a load of vouchers, and each one of those vouchers were like 5 more goes. So it pretty much was like, hey, you lost. Do you essentially want to keep playing until you win? And you're like, yes. Understandably, I think people were like, this just makes it, if you don't have one of the VIP tickets, you're not getting anything. So I think that may have been one of the reasons they just went down to Zen. Oh god, I got like a Pac-Man. I actually have the old Pac-Man 80s board game. I remember buying it at Car Boot. It was complete and everything. So this area seems a lot. 2022, they had like the live stage in here, so a lot more people were in here. But it feels like this corner has become the forgotten about corner, which is kind of a shame. They seem to be trying all different things. I'm guessing with trading card games really taking off, which is kind of shocking. Why isn't what's their name, the hololive one, Bushiroad, also over there? It's like Bushiroad gets to be in the main hall. Wait, why people like One Piece? He said out of all the areas, this is by far the least. Well, that stage isn't. Well, definitely coming back for a hot dog. I'm telling you that now. That actually makes me very happy. Very happy, Hexa. I say Hexa, I just realised Hexa House was a French show. I think it was called something like, it's called Doggy in the French version. So it's not called Hexa, so even people go, no. Yeah, I don't know why the heck I'm talking about Hex's House. Hex's House was this really old 70s children's show about, it's like a puppet show about this very unfortunate dog and his wife and his total like dick of a neighbour. And I just remember the neighbour being she was a huge dick. Literally most of the problem was her being a huge dick to normally to poor Hector. And Hector just had this thing where he'd be like, oh, I'm a big old silly Hector. It was always, I'm a big old something Hector. It would like change every episode. But it's just I'd always say to like my parents sometimes, go, oh, I'm a big old silly Hector. It's just like one of those private jokes because I think it must have been on cable somewhere. And I think my parents have grown up with it. They're like, son, you're growing up with what we're growing up with. I think it was like something like UK Gold must have shown it because they showed a lot. Put it back into the main area. Back where people are like, yay. Oh, here's that really nice, they have the really nice Berserk. Well, no, there's like a higher up level, but I don't think you can go up there. I think that is just for staff. Wow, people really lining up for this Pokemon thing. I'm guessing it's to win something. Or people just oh no, it is actually for the merch. Wow. Shows you how popular it is. Shows you how much more popular, busy it is today than it was yesterday. See, I'm trying to get all the areas I didn't quite get yesterday in the walk around. Because there's no way I'm going to get the whole, like it would probably take me 3 hours plus to walk around every single stall. Because there is so much in here. And even MCM now is literally becoming next to impossible to walk around every single stall. Got another t-shirt stall. And more figurines. Wow, we're at 40 minutes. It feels like we've been going for hours. But we're actually at 40 minutes. We got a Pokemon. We got that pouch. I can never find it for a decent price, the pouch. I do want the pouch, but I'm just a bit like, I am not overpaying. I am, honest to God, not overpaying. Wow, actual Pokemon singles. We actually got older ones. Oh wow, is that actually, wow, it's actually French versions of base set for 50 yen. 50 cents, that's it, 50 cents. No, I said 50 yen. We've got a Wix Clubs area, which actually has a line and stuff to do, unlike the MCM one. I mean, there's a lot where the community, the martial arts people are, which is always really cool. I wish MCM would do stuff. So this is the Wix Club. I mean, they're like got the official. I think it's just cosplayers. It reminds me of a certain chairwoman of a certain con, which, funny enough, one year she actually came to Japan. We had a right laugh that year when she came. That was 2019. We had another friend who, oh, I've seen the hololive fans, it's so cute. It's like a whole other artist area. Like the twins. Oh, I definitely got to check this artist hour out. I think artist is definitely going for a hot dog. I have decided that for old time's sake. Hot dog. So yeah, it's cool. There is actually another artist alley, which can get a bit confusing when you're like, I found it in the artist alley, and you're gonna have to be a bit like, well, which one? There is. I guess you can say, well, in this hall, in that hall. And then that's like the outdoor area. All the weebs sit outside. Oh, these are so cute. Like someone's knitted all these. Oh, that's adorable. And they got like ditto. Oh, they've actually got like cinnamon roll and stuff. They've got the Snorlax. They got Snorlax as well. That's so damn cute. Oh, it shows you, like, I didn't even realize this was here. And I've been doing some kendo over there. So you can get to try out like kendo. And different martial arts. We've got like a stage. Each different one. Like they got a whole TV crew. Oh yeah, the French Prime Minister was here yesterday. Like, personally, I wouldn't know what the French Prime Minister looks like, but yeah, that's kind of a big deal. It'd be like if the British Prime Minister showed up to MCM, which I doubt he ever will. I think he'd take one look at it and be like, what is... it'd be like that episode of Sonic Boom where Knuckles becomes like the approved one, and he just takes one look at it and goes, and now this is illegal. That's what he would do, Kirshan would just do second he sees MCM. Just like straight away put a bill saying now it's legal. Oh, there's so many cute. There's like magical girl bags. I think that's like a Milky Momo one. I put that in because I definitely know Beth likes her classical magical girl shows. Oh, they've got like even Christmas tree ornaments. That's just really awesome to see. I'm kind of really glad we found this area. Oh, and it's the food. I remember it was around here. I think this is 2019. I keep going back to 2019 because I see where the most things happened here. And I was showing someone very important around. I'm gonna say here it is. I was showing them around, and I saw one of those sort of bubble tea. They'd taken a picture from somewhere, and they'd not stretched it right, so it was really low res, and they'd printed it out. And it looked absolutely terrible. And it was like, I just looked at this person because they did a lot of design for a lot of things. And I'm just looking at him and I go, JPEG, do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I was just both cringing at this like sign, just how bad like pixelated it had become. And he was like, yeah, I don't think anybody here realised what's realised like how to actually edit. Oh, that was the year I remember they had this really huge festival game. And I remember him being really impressed, a person, very important person, and he was just really impressed. And he was like, why don't we have things like this back home? And I was saying to this person, I was like, oh, this is why I'm showing you stuff like this. Because I know that, oh, more hololive, awesome. Oh, I'm definitely going to be spending more money down here. See, when I first came to Japan Expo, this was like the era where I don't think artists in England were allowed to sell any characters they didn't own the rights to in the artist alley. So the artist alley was a lot of people being like, this is my fan comic. While here they always were allowed to draw whatever they felt like drawing. And what happened was when we first started coming here, we were like, wow, this is so awesome. Like the Artist Alley had so much more interesting things than it does back home. And then slowly, I guess some sense was like lifted and they said, yeah, well, they can do it in Europe. Why can't we allow it like at MCM? And MCM actually started allowing it. And that led to more and more artists like getting stores and being able to actually make a career out of art, which is great. I guess some of them, he said, they started out at a little booth in Artist Alley and they all have, no joke, they all have a humongous booth now at Comic-Con in the normal area because it shows you just how much far so it's just kind of nostalgic when he said, I always remember my first real Artist Alley experience were places like here, because in England, just the MCM Bobby just had been a little bit too worried that people, oh, these are gorgeous. They're like, I think we saw something like this at AnimeCon. I think Beth, they're all knitted. They're so cute. Oh. So cute. And back here is like the cosplay area, which we'll have a look around. I think I told this story, I may have told this story on the yesterday's video, or today, I don't know when these are all coming out, whatever day, or 2 days ago's video, depends when this renders. As I'm going to have to render this, that's the good thing about my phone is I can just press upload and go. Well, this unfortunately I have to be like, nope. So there was this one year I did a Colossal Titan cosplay with the wall, went down really amazing, going really amazing. I remember I'd found like the French version of MCM group to try and make some friends, and I was like, hey, I'm doing this cosplay, and this guy sort of got in touch with me and go, oh, they're doing an Attack on Titan meet this time, do you want to come? And I was like, yeah, sure, it would be lovely to like make some friends and stuff. So I remember them, we was at the meet, I remember there being a corner of us, more the Europeans that weren't from France, and I think I was the only English, but we were like all communicating with each other in English. We're like, oh, really nice to meet, you know, some other people from people all over Europe. And then the leader of the group, she's like, come this way. And I'm like, cool, like, I'm guessing we're going to where the meet's taking place. And she literally ushers us all over to this area. And you see that stage? all of a sudden she's talking to someone, and then next thing we know, we're in the line going on stage. And I'm guessing she must have pre-registered us, or that they were very generous and had decided to let us on. So it was like this. So it was like a show just like this. And it was even bigger than it was. Like, I mean, it just went on and on, like all down here. There was like just room, and everybody was watching this. And so there's me and about another 50 Attack on Titan cosplayers going, and that's the bit. It was like, I was like, oh, so we're going on stage. I have the translations have kind of gotten a bit loose. And this is where the leader of the group comes up to me. She's like, "You, Titan." I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "You are to stay in the middle. Everybody, you always behind. Like, you're always going to be behind him. Like, you know, you come on the stage, you stand in the middle." And I'm just like, "Ah, great! This is amazing." I've essentially entered a mini cosplay masquerade without realizing it, with like the biggest entourage ever. And they were all, it was a lot. They were like doing all like serious things. And then I remember like one of them like took my wall away, and then we were like, you know, jumping up and down. And I remember we just started doing the can, because I was like, oh, we're in France. I'm on stage. I might as well just start. And it was like 3 of us at the front doing the like they were just like as I've forgotten who they were dressed up. I mean, there is a photo of it somewhere. And it's like the 3 of us doing the can. I mean, the line got big. And I was sitting there and go, because my sister knew nothing about this, and I go, wouldn't this be really funny if my sister was to turn this corner this exact second? And later on in the day when I find out caught up, my sister goes, "So Amy, did you see anything like cool at the cosplay stage?" She's like, "No, I didn't really go past the cosplay stage." And then Karen just turns and goes, "Yeah, Tim, why were you and like 50 Attack on Titan cosplayers on stage?" This is like the more traditional area. I remember 2022, they had like this planetarium. It was the most ASMR like thing ever, especially when like you've had a long day at Japan Expo, and it was just like the most vibe. Like, you just got the best tingles, and you're just sitting there going, "Oh, this is so nice." So this reminds me a lot more sort of things you would see a lot at Hyper Japan. For a second, that was Exhibition 33 merchandise. I have seen one print of Exhibition 30. I am so shocked. Like the VTubers have worked faster. The VTuber artists have worked harder to get good. What's her name? Oh, I have gotten her name. And the new VTuber, the one that's Gura's, that used to be Gura, they gotten her out faster than Exhibition. You'd think someone had gone, okay, just did he get some Exhibition 33? This is really cool to see. Oh, they got Doggo. Oh, I'm still thinking about that hot dog. I keep thinking about that hot dog. I'm like, I need a hot dog. But yeah, this is really cool to see. See at Comic-Con. They even got like a school uniform. They got a school uniform store. Who knows, maybe it'll come to... So we do have Hyper Japan in 2 weeks. Hopefully we should have some quite interesting content for Hyper Japan, because I can announce that first time ever, I have a press pass for Hyper Japan. So we're in discussions and some potential. I do understand not everything works out, and trust me, we've had things where they not different companies, luckily, where they said, oh, maybe we'll do this, and then they go, actually no, we can't do this, unfortunately. But at the moment, the early discussions, we're going to have some really fun content at Hyper Japan. at the same time, I'm kind of extremely excited and extremely nervous because some of it's going to probably be a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's going to be especially talking to people that I really respect and have literally grown up loving their work, and I am just like, I'm going to probably be a bit of a mess. Oh, they've got like a nice little exhibition in here showing you about local areas. I do love this. So at the moment, especially in Japan, I am loving finding all the little local areas, especially recently finding Fukuoka and all the areas around there. And, oh, Ube, I'm not out yet. I did a really good, I had a really lovely trip to Ube. That's where a certain anime series, the final scene, takes place. I have not even been over here yet. I just realised that. This is another area. I have been here a whole day and I've still not been here. There's some interesting stuff, and definitely, wow, we're almost at an hour. So it shows you how big this convention is. I'm just going to have one check to see, oh, okay. So I have been having rubbish lucks at lotteries. So I'm going to see if my luck can change now. I'm going to try, I think this is the guy who did Final Fantasy. Oh, an error has occurred. I presume he's not available anymore. Oh well. Yeah, unfortunately that does happen. It's just a bit. So this seems to be more the local areas. Oh wow, they even got local food. So I'm definitely, oh, this is the Evangelion store. I thought that was over there at the, here we go, here's the Evangelion store. And, oh wow, is that actually, they got an, and they got this really awesome Evangelion.
C'est compliqué, c'est vrai. Là, c'est effectivement.
And we have meet and greets. And oh yes, with some of the staff. That one of them is at Hyper Japan, and I'm very excited to see the content that comes from that. They're doing a stage event, and they got in someone really cool to do the interview with them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table. I have seen her before without a guest, and she's really amazing by herself. So with the idea she's going to have the Evangelion staff or one of the Evangelion staff with her, it's going to be some really interesting content. It's exciting times, exciting and nervous times at the same time here at Anime in the UK. But sometimes it's better out than in. I say, just to be honest, You're nervous about something, maybe it's just good to put your hands up and say, oh I'm a bit nervous about this, what? We got another, I was just checking, it wasn't my friends, but it's not their stall. I don't think, I think they're more England based stuff, so. Right, we're just heading to just over an hour. Wow. Can't believe I have been speaking for a whole hour. I think I am definitely thinking about that hot dog way too much. like every so often I'm just thinking about, and then just a hot dog just appears and it's like, hey there. I got another, oh, this is the guys that do all the really classic manga, and they got the Metal Hero. This is the weird thing, my understanding is they dubbed a load of Metal Hero over here. They dubbed a load of the 80 Sentai, I think Bioman up to Jetman, to different levels of popularity, with Bioman being the most popular. And I think the ones kind of near Bioman also being popular, but it's one of them, it became slightly less popular every year. But they never dubbed the Kamen Rider series. So I think two of the guests this year are two of the Space Sheriffs from the 80s. I think it may have been one of the ones VR Trooper used, because VR Trooper used two shows, and that's why you never see, unless they're in those terrible Power Ranger repaint suits, you see them all at the same time because they're having to use two separate shows. So yeah, it's just interesting that and they actually brought the Bioman cast over how many years ago? 2019. I say everything happened 2019. So yeah, they had the whole freaking cast of Bioman, or the five Rangers with the second Yellow Ranger, because Bioman is notorious because they killed the Yellow Ranger off in the 8th episode, and my understanding is that she just got fired one day, and they were like, oh, we need to make like show, what do we do? And they just turned around and said, we're just going to get a new Yellow Ranger, but we're just going to have an episode. And the Yellow Ranger just gets beaten the crap out of and dies. Like, it's just no joke, like she never appears in the episode like as a human before. And the whole episode is her continuously getting wailed on until she eventually at the end dies. And it's just like, you can see the writers were really upset this actress for quitting. And yeah, so Bioman, they was actually the first Sentai to have two female Rangers, one of them being like the female Yellow Ranger, and also and they also end up dying, which is quite interesting. I think the first female Ranger. Oh no, I think Miss America got replaced. Miss America got replaced. So actually maybe the second Ranger to get replaced, female Ranger. They're having a lot more in the 80s and 70s Sentais, where I don't think they were on as tight contracts. I mean now they're on so tight contracts that. Right, I am heading back over for that hot dog. This is the area, it's like turns into sun. So you can see how big some of these areas are. This is actually who I got to meet yesterday. And oh, we got Animate again. I think I went in there in the vlog. But it's great. Wow, you can actually. Come on, guys, open and Animate in England. We've got the cross store. Can't let the cross store have all the fun. So I think that's where the Evangelion merch actually is. So if you want Evangelion merch, but I believe something's going to be at Hyper Japan. As I said, Rebecca's favourite thing, Jump Plus, even though I think it's called Manga Plus there. And that will be it for this walk and talk. I hope you liked it. Please do comment which one you prefer, whether you prefer it on my phone, or prefer it on the gimbal, on the DJI Pocket. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Subscribe for more Japan Expo videos, and we'll see you soon. Bye!